Hello and welcome to this edition of Beyond the Politics, our regular examination of the events happening right here in the Quinte region and the people who work so hard behind the scenes to make it all happen. I'm your host, Paul Martin. Joining me, Director of Transportation and Operations for the City of Belleville, Joe Reid.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Now, Joe, one of the things I love about having people who are department heads or key figures within organizations is oftentimes when we think City of Belleville, or we listen to the media about the City of Belleville, we hear Mary Neal Ellis, we hear members of council, we hear one of our MPs or MPPs talking about Belleville, as we did a couple of months ago. It shall not be mentioned again. But we rarely get a chance to hear from the people who are actually making things happen on the ground every day. And that, in my mind, basically begins and ends with you. Transportation and operations deals with all the city employees, deals with transit, which is getting people around the city. So we have a lot of things to go over. Talk a little bit about your background. Like, how did you get to be in this position today, and your history with the City of Belleville, and in fact with working as a municipal employee?
Yeah, actually, I mean, it started December 15th of 2000, to be quite frank. Time has flown. I remember the first day I walked in and I shoveled snow all day long. And, you know, after a couple years of being part-time and casual, I was fortunate enough to get on full-time with the city in 2000. And you know, the rest has been history. You know, I progressed through, you know, as filling potholes, picking up garbage, snow plowing, all that type of stuff. And I was a couple years into my role as an operator. I felt that I could do more with the City of Belleville, and I wanted to give more. I mean, I love Belleville. I love our community. Being born and raised here, I have a vested interest in everything that takes place. And I went back to school. You know, we're very fortunate that Loyalist College is here in our community, and I was able to volunteer for nights and go to school during the day. So I was able to, you know, if there's a will, there's a way, you know, mantra. I was able to, you know, embrace that and stuff. And I have, you know, I'm very fortunate too. I have a very supporting wife and family and stuff like that that went through that period of time. I think it took me about 5 years to do the 3-year program. But once I completed the civil engineering program there, I was able to then become a supervisor. And again, just my experience with the city and, you know, dealing with major events like flooding in the spring and, you know, winter control storms and various activities that happen throughout our community. I was able to get experience and then progress to the department head, you know, so. Department Head of Transportation Operations has about 150 staff. There's lots of moving parts throughout the city. Within the portfolio is public works, it's roads, parks, fleet, and our transit operations for the city. So there's we impact in the services that my team and the staff do, who are really this unsung heroes of our community that you know are the ones that are, you know, filling potholes, making sure that you get to and from where you need to go on a daily basis, whether it's through your own means, through, you know, being a vehicle or taking our public transit or active transportation, you know, multimodal means. You know, we have a very large footprint, and, you know, essentially we impact, and the services our team provides impacts everybody. And even broader than that, I mean, we grow significantly on a daily basis through people from other municipalities, Prince Edward County, Center Hastings, Madoc, and beyond, that come to our industrial park. They're the ones that, you know, help our businesses grow and thrive. So it's a pretty cool job to be able to be a part of that and help guide and support and be there to help people.
I still remember, and I wanted to give a shout out to all the people who are running buses for the City of Belleville and all transit operations throughout the Quinte region, because you are the heart and soul of mobility for people who need your assistance and your support so badly every day. Especially, and the one I always call back to is the Christmas Eve snowstorm 2 years ago. It started on the 23rd, which was a Friday, and everything started to shut down. And then the next morning, being the only person who lived in town, I trundled on into the radio station to make sure we had the right information out for everybody. And what did I pass? No one on the street but a Belleville Transit bus that was making a curve when everything else was shut down, still making sure people could move and access the things they needed to do, or if they were stuck somewhere, that they could get back home.
Yeah, they are a vital link to our community. And again, it's public transit in our community is a bit of a social service. You know, it is helping people get to and from where they need to go, get groceries, get to work, all that type of stuff. And no, they work hard each and every day. You know, very rarely do we shut them down. I mean, throughout COVID, and I mean, we all think about COVID not, you know, was many, they worked throughout. They never stopped. They carried on. They got people where they needed to go and get their essential goods that they needed. And they never skipped a beat. And, you know, our partners with Unifor are amazing to work with. Our union is a partner in achieving the goals for our community.
So what do you see as and just maybe the last minute, what do you see as the future of transit in Belleville? Yeah. So, I mean, we're talking about electrification, we're talking about re-examining routes. Are there other things coming down the pipe that are really exciting?
Well, I mean, ultimately, there's lots of things. I mean, we want to continue to develop and be a partner in Loyalist College as they're seeing expansion and growth there. We want to make sure we work with our other municipalities around here for interconnectivity. Because not everything, people that are in Trenton have services they want in Belleville, and vice versa, right? And but not just we think Trenton, Quinte West, and Belleville, but again, we know Deserano Transit has just recently started some more pilots and bringing people from the Napanee, Tynanaga, the Deserano way, this way to get to our employers. We have Bancroft Transit. So it's as we grow and evolve, and as time goes on, more and more interconnectivity is going to be important. I just recently seen that Via Rail is going to be extending their early morning. So again, making sure that we have a vital link to get people to the Via Rail station for the early morning is going to be important for us to get commuters downtown and vice versa. And hopefully people are coming here. It's exciting times. It really and truly is, and we're happy to be a part of it. And we're Brad Strauss, Jesse Gully, Deb, and the team over there are working hard and are very progressive. Are good with change, and again, we want to make sure we're adapting as we move forward.
Okay, so we talked all about transportation within the city, but there's so many more things you do, and we talked about public works. But one of the most challenging things is getting people to work, which is to say the message that we give people about the importance of the work that you do in your department every single day. So how do we have to change the messaging, or what messaging do we need, and how can we work to get more people interested in a career in public works?
Well, I mean, I think it boils down to changing and just informing younger youth. I think it's important for students to understand that, hey, municipal government and working for local government is an option. I know myself when I went to Centennial here in Belleville, I don't, to be honest with you, I don't recall, ever being informed that, hey, municipal government or doing a choice and work that way was something. So, I mean, local government and working for a municipality is a great career path. I love my job. I love, getting out, and I know all my staff that, are in our team, they do too. I mean, they're passionate about helping people each and every day. I mean, we have one staffer, Mike Butler, we call Captain Belleville, because he's always saving the city. And but because he really and truly loves what he does, and again, helping people, whether it's somebody has a tree limb that fell down in their front yard, where we go and pick it up, or if somebody has a sidewalk that's cracked and it's causing them issues, we're able to fix it. To snow plowing roads to get people to and from where they need to go in the winter events, and making sure that first responders can get to and from the calls and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, when we walk away at the end of our shifts, we're making an impact, right? And I know myself, I love it. I love it. It's a great career.
So are there more opportunities right now? And if there are, this is the time to pitch
Yeah.
for people who may have kids, know people, whatever, who are looking around for something for the summer.
Well, I know many of the job postings are sent out, mid-February into March. Many now we've been on the recruitments, and we're starting to get them onboarded right now. So it's kind of a little late. There are some municipalities still struggling. I know our community service department have some programming staff, but even that is a great way to give back and impact, right? Our community service department have lots of various camps and people that like to work with individuals. Is a great opportunity for them to give back. And I know, with Belleville, we constantly need facility attendants and stuff like that help maintain our arena year round. So there's always postings. I encourage people to keep an eye on the City of Belleville website. There's lots of ways for you to keep in touch too. Subscribe to, Indeed, and get alerts when certain employers post on there and they get uploaded, right? So there's lots of tools, but again, you need to show a little bit of initiative. You need to make sure you're being proactive, and again, setting your career goals and your path forward.
And as if you're not already busy enough, that conference is also a time to celebrate the new position you have with yours. Talk about that.
Yeah, so I was elected from my peers amongst the Ontario Road Supervisors Association as the president for this coming year. I was elected, I guess it'd be 2.5 years or 2 years ago as the vice president, and then I progressed second vice to vice, and then I've got become past president next year. So I was pretty excited and proud that I had that opportunity to represent our interests and advocate for our members. AORS represents the municipal staff who run the public works departments across the province, from roads and forestry to different activities, and help progress our communities. Again, because of just when I got elected, I was actually the chair of our strategic plan for AORS. Our plan is usually 5 years, and it's always the term. And when I got elected as second vice president, I become the chair who will oversee the next 5 years. And our plan is Road to Success, is what it's called. And one of the things in our meetings we had was that public works and civil servants, for the most part, are pretty humble individuals. We sit back, we don't advocate for ourselves, and one of the things we need to continue to do is progress. I mean, we're basically public works superheroes in our communities. We're the ones that make sure people get to and from, and we don't advocate for ourselves enough. So I'm very happy to be a part of that. We have good staff who run our association. Just recently at the conference, we touched on the youth in public works that we did receive $1.3 million in funding to create a municipal equipment operators course in partnership with Fanshawe College. So we're excited to have the first 36 students who will actually go through that program for free. So that money was the seed money to get that program up and running. So that'll help evolve, and because again, we're seeing the need across the province where there's a shortage of workers. And it's funny, a lot of people have various reasons why there's a shortage of that in our field, but a lot of it is, I think it goes down to a basic term, is that there's no more small farms. Small townships and rural areas used to rely on the farm kids that grew up on a small farm that had 10, 15 cows. They knew how to drive the tractor, the hydraulics, run the baler, but there's not as many small farms anymore, right? And that draw isn't there like it used to be. So now we see the challenge. Now we need to action it and figure out a way. So we were very fortunate that Minister Pacini, the Labor Minister, was in attendance at our AGM last week, announced the $1.3 million in the skills development funding for us to be able to partner with Fanshawe. We chose Fanshawe because they were actually the only signing authority that you can get your DZ license through the MTO in Ontario. So that's why we partner with Fanshawe, opposed to other colleges that offer the heavy equipment.
How all these events are going on. What does Joe Reid look forward to doing over the summer?
What do I enjoy doing during the summer? It's getting out and seeing the different events. I mean, the pop-ups are a great spot for people to come, go. Our park system, our playgrounds, it's just phenomenal. The amenities we have for families. I know when my little guys were going, I used to take them to Daddy and Me on Tuesday nights. A group of dads and I would take them there, and we'd go and use the playgrounds and different things. And we're very blessed. Our Parks and Rec Master Plan was completed in around the 2000 mark. And it identified that how we're going to continue to grow and see our city. We're going to see lots more growth in our communities as obviously time goes on. But one of the things I really enjoy the most is seeing our flowers. To be honest with you, our gardens, our greenhouses right now are right full of flowers. And if you want a tour, I'd be happy to give you one.
Absolutely.
But we have 34,000 begonias get planted on the Canada flag. And we have over 300 hanging baskets throughout the city, and going for walks and strolls along the riverfront trail, the Bayshore Trail, all the flower baskets and stuff. It's just nice to walk and get out and enjoy and smell the roses, so to speak. So,
just recently, and going back to parks, the Cliff Sunny Belch Park just was approved for tender. Yep. And that's been a big development, what used to be Hillcrest. So how great is it to see that get to that stage? And of course, the name honoring a vibrant person who, like yourself, was a staff member and really contributed as well as a counselor to the city.
Yep. No, he definitely did. And, there's a fitting tribute to him. You probably watched Saturday Night Hockey and you've seen the Bob Cole, when Ron McLean said to Wayne Gretzky, what made him different, right? And he said, Wayne said, it was simple. love and passion. And you know what? He had that. He had that love and passion for our community, and and so forth. So I mean, our washroom facilities are open. We've got occupancy up there, and we're working away at the pickleball courts and the 3-on-3 basketball courts, and the trails. It's progressing along well. It's an exciting development for that community, and we're going to be having a playground. They just had a PIC a couple weeks ago, and it was approved which one they were going to choose. And again, it was the community that chose the playground that's there. It's not staff, it's the community. And we're gonna be looking forward to that construction happening this summer. And probably another phase of just doing topsoil and seed and grit and grass done. We'll see it fully built out. And again, there's a piece of the corner there's for the Children's Safety Village. So that's exciting. We'll see that develop as well. It's just exciting times in our park system.
Yeah, about 30 seconds left. Quinte International Air Show is coming up. Of course, that is CFB Trenton, which of course is Quinte West. But with 60,000 people going there each day, that means every community is going to see a huge overflow. Are we ready for the crowds that are going to be coming?
Yeah, I think again, they've reached out a few times, and we're excited to be here in Belleville and seeing. And again, we support. I mean, Trenton's a good neighbor, but Quinte West is a good neighbor. We're excited to see that. I'm sure there'll be lots of people using our playgrounds, our parks, and so forth while they're here. Our partnership with them has been going on a long time, and we're excited.
Oh, and we're excited as well for the Quinte International Air Show, and of course the Belleville Waterfront and Multicultural Festival also coming up. So many great things happening in the community, and we thank Joe Reid for talking about them today on Beyond the Politics.